Hey, 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 hey. What's up, people? Rhyming. Let me fade this out real quick. Hey, hey. Alright, what's up? It's been a minute, and that's about it. I got the test scores from the JLPT 5 test. You can see right here, rhyming guiding. But before I open this letter, just want to say if I passed, then the plan is as planned. We go on to level 4, take the test in December 5th. If I failed, but we still go on to the test for level 4 in December. Yeah. But before I open that, let me tell you what I've been up to besides studying for the tests, learning kanji. I did a summer course over the summer at Kai Language University, Kai Japanese, and I got this diploma looking thing, and it was cool, you know, because, well, maybe you don't know, but so studying by yourself, learning kanji and grammar and all that's great, but when it comes time to speaking, for me, I'm not really, I wasn't able to speak so much. So I took this course. It was like 3 weeks in between my summer vacation, and about 60 hours from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Monday through Friday. It was tiring, but this is what I wanted to do, and yeah, the class was cool. There was about 11 of us from all over the world: Italy, Canada, but originally from Thailand, England, Sweden, Ireland, Vietnam, myself. Is there anybody else? Yeah, so a very international class. The average age was like 19 years old, so maybe half the class was 19. Not that being 19 is whatever, but 19. When I was 19, what was I doing? Well, that's what I was thinking when I was in the class. But they never came to class, because I guess when you're 19, you just want to frolic. And I guess if you're in Japan, there's a lot of other things you could be doing than studying. When I was 19, I did the same thing, so I don't blame them. But I never saw half the class. Anyway, so the class was cool. I had 3 different teachers. One teacher I liked him. He was great, funny, we laughed. The second teacher, he was older. He always says, watakushi. Only older people say that? I mean, I haven't seen younger people say it. I haven't heard younger people say it, but he always said it. And he used to work for some overseas business. Cool guy. Then there was a third teacher who, the first day I met her, I was kind of annoyed, because I'd be like, "Sensei," and I'd ask some question, and then she'd start, "Oh yeah, the Roman Empire did fall." I didn't ask about the Roman Empire. I asked about this, but you know, she's just doing her job. And from that day I thought, you know, she's not the greatest teacher, but maybe I need to be a better student. So I try harder to do the things I should do. I asked better questions. So, and at the end of the course, I had my interview with her, and she surprised me by handing me some of the questions I asked. She wrote it down and did some research, and she handed it to me. Like, you know, you're a great student. Thanks. And she's like, you should come back for the next term. Like, I ain't got no money. Plus, I gotta work. People gotta make money out here. So yeah, that was that. It was great. I enjoyed it. And because of the class, or 3 weeks, I'm able to, I speak a little bit more Japanese. I have a little bit more confidence. You know, every day. But yeah. So yeah, I did that. And over the summer, I finished this book. Yeah. It it says 500 here, and I thought that I was going to learn 500 kanjis, but it's actually 251. And technically, I already studied maybe half of those for the JLPT 5. But the good news is, the other half of the kanji are basically JLPT 4, so I'm practically there on the kanji side. For the grammar and stuff, I'm using this book, Genki. I would have been finished with it because, you know, my routine, my ethic was bam, wake up, bop it up, go to class, da 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 da, then do my little part-time job and then do this all over. But then I was like, you know what? I need to focus my energy into doing this course, because it doesn't make sense to be all tired and not understanding and falling behind on the homework because I'm doing other homework which really wasn't lining up with what they were teaching us. You know, we learned some phrases here and there, but this book is teaching what this book wanted to teach. So I took a break, and starting from Monday next week, I'm going to get back into it. Pop, 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 pop. Anyway, so yeah, be finished with Genki. And at the school they have shadowing. It was the first time I tried that, where you listen to some, could be any language, but you listen to Japanese, and then you write down what you hear, or you repeat as they're saying it. So I'm trying everything. So, you know, I got me a little shadowing book. And, yeah. So trying all types of method to see what works for me, and what doesn't work, then it could just be another book on my shelf. And if it does work, then it's a book that is frequently used. Anything else? Some pet peeves. So now that I'm studying Japanese, right, I encounter two types of people. The people who, maybe there's three, right? So the people who already speak Japanese, they've been studying for like 30,000 years. And when I say, yeah, I'm studying Japanese, they say, these are foreigners, they say something like, yeah, all you gotta do is, they say some real simple way of studying Japanese. Despite the fact that they went to college, or for like 20 years they just sat there and did one specific thing. But then they try to make it seem so simple, which annoys me. Like one guy's like, yeah, I learned how to speak Japanese by going to the bar every day, and now I can speak Japanese. Oh, really? Huh. Now maybe that is how it works, but I don't go to the bar, so why are you telling me? I mean, I did ask him, but my point is, when the time comes and someone's like, wow, your Japanese is really nice, how'd you learn? I'm going to say, I read this book, and I took all the tests, and I read this book, and I went to these courses, and it took a lot of time and money, but now you see what you got. You want to do it? But yeah, so that always bothers me. Or when I'm talking to Japanese people, like, yeah, I'm studying Japanese. They always, not always, but usually they say, oh, Japanese is difficult. We have kanji, hiragana, and it's so, and the Chinese. Yes, I know, I'm studying it. I've been studying it. You don't got to tell me. Oh, I don't know if you can do it. Well, if you're doing it, it was difficult for you, it's difficult for me, but I'm doing it. But thank you for letting me know, again. And I guess the third group is my former self group. So people who are in Japan who don't want to study Japanese, and when you say, hey, I'm studying Japanese, they would say, well, I don't need to study Japanese because, and then some reason. Now, I know. And I usually tell them, yeah, I said the same thing, but now I'm studying Japanese, and that's it. There's no preaching, whatever. But usually they want to continue. You know, it's not like you're ever going to become a native, you know, because, and then they have all these reasons. Again, I know. These are not these are not new concepts. Anyway, so nowadays I don't tell anybody I'm studying Japanese. I just go about my business studying Japanese. Let's see, in the beginning of the summer I went to, what do you call it? I don't know, some Japanese meetup. There's a lot of meetup groups. They're free sometimes. I went to one that wasn't free, and I didn't find out until it was time to pay. He's like, "Yeah, you gotta pay $40." I'm like, $40 for what? I had orange juice. What am I paying $40 for? Now I paid it because I don't want to rock the boat or anything, but after I sent him an email, why is this thing so expensive? Well, I gotta get my, I facilitate. I said, I couldn't even hate. You gotta respect the game. There was like 18 people crammed in this little spot. Everyone's paying $40. He's getting half of the money. The bar gets the other half. That's his job. So whatever. He does what he does. He does what he has to does. He's doing what he's doing. So yeah, but back to the Japanese meetups. So there's a bunch of them. So I went to one, and I got there late because I got lost. I'm walking around. Yeah, I used Google, but Google didn't help me. It got me to the right spot, but I was walking around. So anyway, I got there late, and I had to sit with the people who were just there. And my group consisted of one Jewish guy from London, or I don't know. I guess yeah, Jewish guy from London. I forget where he's from, but a European country, and a Japanese lady, an older Japanese lady, and myself. So we sit down, and the European guy is all like talking in super fast Japanese to the Japanese lady, and I'm sitting across from the Jewish guy, the London Jewish guy, and he's looking at the guy speaking all super fast Japanese, and he's all like, "I wish I could speak Japanese like that." So I'm like, "Hey, how long has he been in Japan?" And he says, the European guy said, he said that the European guy said, 2 days. Now, it appeared that the Jewish London guy was kind of like in awe. Oh, in 2 days he became so fluent in Japanese? But there must be more to the story. So he's going on and on talking to this lady in Japanese. He's not even aware that we exist. So me and this guy are having a conversation, and he's telling me about his journey and what he's doing and blah, 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 blah. I mean, it was an interesting conversation, but, blah, blah, blah. So finally they come back over, and the Japanese lady looks at the Jewish London guy, and he has a yarmulke, the little white hat. So she said, "What's that on your head?" And he says, I forget what he said, but if it's a yarmulke, he said, "It's a yarmulke." And she said, "But you're white." Or maybe, she didn't say it that way, but she said, "But," okay, so the conversation went like this. "Oh, where are you from?" "I'm from England." "Oh, what's that on your head?" "Oh, I'm Jewish." "Oh, but you're from England." And, well, and was my feeling, but so he tried to explain to her, but his Japanese is so, her English is so, the European guy like, and I think, "Oh, karimashita ka." So then we had some assignment, and on the assignment there was some kanji, like just some sentences in kanji. Basically it was all written in Japanese, and we had to read it and answer the questions. So I'm assuming that this European guy is going to be all like, blah, 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 blah. But he couldn't read watashi, nihon, and all the other easy kanji. I mean, they're not easy, but they're level 5, JLPT 5. And he couldn't read it. So I'm like, "Hey, buddy, you can't read Japanese?" He said, "No." Like, wow. What do you know? I can't speak Japanese as well as he was, but he can't read Japanese as well as me. So now it's my time to shine. So I'm sitting there reading, and then the Japanese like, "Oh, it's a good. Which I hate sugoi for anything that I do, because I'm not doing anything. I'm reading very slowly in some basic ass Japanese, and she's all, "Ah!" Yeah. But so and then we read the thing, and then he goes back to talking to her in Japanese, and the Jewish London guy and I are talking. Chotomate. Hi. Oh man, someone's coming, so we gotta make this fast. Alright, so we're gonna open this up. Maybe I'll make a part 2 later. Dun 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 dun. Maybe we should have some music. Bum 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 bum. Alright. I got the music. Alright, here we go. We open it up. Pow! Bam! Did you see that right there? Right there, right. What? They did me dirty. But here it is, right here. Bast! But I put on the thing, Rhyme and Gaijin, but they gave me some official paperwork. But yeah, I don't know what to say, except on to level 4. So, short and to the point, I have my next book, matches a shirt. And 4 kanji. There's about 209. But as I said, a lot of them were in this book, so it's like practice. For me, I gotta write a lot of kanjis for them to stick in my head. So, alright, well, thank you for watching. I don't know where the guy is. He's supposed to be coming up and fixing the washing machine because it broke. Anyway, peace. See you hopefully not in December 5th, or that's why I'm taking the next test, and the scores would probably come out in February. So hopefully I don't see you in February. Hopefully something comes up that I want to share. But if not, stay safe, keep doing what you're doing, believe, achieve, dream, and maybe you will receive. And if not, then do it again. Alright, where's my outgoing music? Here we go. Rhyming. Shit.